Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to master that's right, 6 essential English phrases that are going to help you navigate everyday situations with so much more confidence. Let's jump right in. You know that feeling, right? Your heart starts pounding because a deadline is just around the corner. Or maybe you've seen a perfectly calm get-together suddenly spiral into total chaos. Well, we've all been there, and today we're going to arm you with the perfect words for those exact moments. So here's the game plan. We're going to look at 2 scenarios. First, a project at work where we'll learn phrases to help stay calm. Then we'll crash a party that's gone wild to see how to describe the chaos. And of course, we'll wrap it all up with a quick review. Let's do this. Okay, let's set the scene for our first scenario. I want you to picture 2 colleagues, Mary and John. They're working on a really important project, and the deadline? It's this Friday. You can just feel the pressure building, can't you? So, when you're under that kind of pressure, how do you make sure you don't make any silly mistakes? Well, this is where our first few phrases are absolutely golden. They're all about encouraging a calm, careful, and really focused approach to work. John sees that Mary is getting pretty stressed out, maybe typing a little too fast. So he gently says this to her. And the phrase we're zooming in on here is easy does it. So what does that actually mean, easy does it? It's such a great, friendly way to tell someone, hey, slow down a bit, be careful. It's not a command. It's more like a supportive piece of advice, you know? It's meant to help prevent mistakes before they happen. And John doesn't just leave it there. He explains why she should slow down. He points out the big danger of moving too quickly. And this brings us to our next important word. Rushing. It's basically the complete opposite of easy does it. It's that frantic feeling when you try to do something way too fast. And just like John said, that's almost always how simple, avoidable errors creep in. So, instead of rushing, what's the alternative? John offers a brilliant strategy with this next phrase. This is such a fantastic way to turn a huge, scary task into something that feels totally manageable. And this is exactly what it looks like in practice. Taking it one step at a time just means you put all your focus on the very first part of the job. You do it well, and only when that's done do you even think about moving on to the next piece. It's an amazing trick for beating that I'm so overwhelmed feeling. All right, let's switch gears completely. We're leaving the office and heading over to a party for our second scenario. Imagine your friend Jake decides to have a few people over for a small get-together, but, well, let's just say things don't go quite as he planned. This next set of phrases is absolutely perfect for those times when you need to describe a situation that's just gone completely off the rails. So let's see how they work by talking about Jake's disastrous party. So picture one friend asking another about the party the next day. This is the reply. That one phrase, got out of hand, instantly paints a picture of total chaos. You know immediately it was not a quiet evening. So what does it mean for something to get out of hand? It's when a situation just spirals beyond anyone's ability to control it. It probably started out just fine, but then it morphed into something messy and chaotic. And what did out of hand look like at this party? Well, first it got way too crowded. Then people started making a huge mess. And the grand finale, someone actually broke a window. Yeah, that's a textbook case of a party that got out of hand. So how did things get so bad? Well, this line tells us exactly what caused the chaos. And the key here is that phrasal verb, showed up. Show up is just a super common and natural way to say that someone arrived somewhere. You could say they arrived, but they showed up sounds much more conversational. In this case, way too many uninvited people showed up, and that was the beginning of the end. Now, after hearing all about the party disaster, the friend offers a little bit of advice for the future. And this little suggestion brings us to our final key word of the day. Fewer. This is the word you use when you're talking about a smaller number of things that you can actually count, like people or cars or cookies. The advice here is pretty simple, right? To avoid chaos next time, invite a smaller number of guests. Fewer people often means fewer problems. Wow, we have covered a lot. Let's take a quick moment to review these 6 essential phrases we've learned today, just to make sure they really stick with you. And here they are, all in one place. We've got our phrases for staying calm, like easy does it and one step at a time. And then we have our phrases for describing chaos, like when things get out of hand because too many people show up. It's all about knowing which tool to use for the right job. And that's a wrap for this explainer. We've unpacked 6 incredibly useful phrases that you can use in all sorts of situations, from stressful deadlines to chaotic parties. So, I'll leave you with a question to think about. Now that you know them, which of these phrases are you going to use first?